Blair County shooting is now a murder investigation after police were called to Longview Drive in Duncansville just after 6:30 last night. David Jenkins Jr. telling state police he killed his neighbor, Zachary Smola, after he turned himself into police only minutes after that shooting. Olivia Bosser spent the day talking to the Blair County DA and combing through the criminal complaint.
David Jenkins Jr. shot and killed his neighbor, Zachary Smola. His motive? Jenkins told officers Smola molested him and another family member when they were children and continued to harass him until the day of the murder. He filed a private criminal complaint, but in an interview after the shooting, told police that no actions were taken and that justice needed done. Jenkins wrote in this criminal complaint that Smola organized a beating on him and that the criminal justice system has failed him as he didn't have evidence of attempted molestations. Now, District Attorney Pete Weeks explains that those accusations have not been substantiated as Jenkins filed the complaint just over a week before he acted.
The type of allegations that are being made, which was abuse approximately 38 to 39 years ago by the defendant's statement in the private criminal complaint, would take weeks or months to even do a preliminary investigation because not only would we have to go out and interview the defendant, we would have to interview relatives, we'd have to interview the person that he is accusing of committing the abuse.
Jenkins also made claims that he was hung up on when he called the DA's office to ask about the status of his complaint, possibly contributing to his feelings that he needed to take matters into his own hands. But that's not the full story.
He spoke with one of our secretaries. The first call was disconnected, I don't believe by either end, and it was immediately reconnected. He was calling in the defendant about the status of his criminal complaint. There were no, I'm not aware of any indicators that he was upset or saying anything concerning. His call was transferred to the employee in the district attorney's office that tracks the private criminal complaints.
Jenkins left a voicemail on that employee's phone, which Weeks said would have been returned the next day. Weeks says the investigation into the allegations against Smola is far from over, especially given the new circumstances.
As part of the homicide charges that were filed yesterday, we're still going to go forward and investigate the allegations made by the defendant because I believe that would be appropriate and necessary for the homicide charges and prosecution going forward.
Jenkins is in custody with bail denied as he waits for the next steps in his first-degree murder case. In Duncansville, Olivia Bosser, WTAJ News.